So this is the XAUUSD analysis for Wednesday, 25th of October. XAUUSD, also known as gold. Now let's just have a look what happened on the 24th of October. So on the 24th of October, prices didn't actually get up to the major level identified in around this 1284. Instead, what we saw was prices reversed from this 400 period moving average marked here in black. We've retraced all the way down to this the minor levels marked out at 1279 and 1276. We posted a bit of a higher low in relation to the previous low we just had here before we tested the 1274. But overall, the market does appear weak because we've had our highs up here. With this sell off from 200 period average. We seem to have put in a lower high off this 400 period moving average. So prices do look poised for a move to the downside. So if we do have a breakdown in prices, the very next level identified is in around at 1263. At present, we do seem to be finding a lot of resistance before we get down to this 1273. We did see some buying momentum come in there. We've also seen more recently on the 24th, did see some buying momentum come in at a higher point, a strong candle, but it was immediately negated by the selling candle with the black triangle above it. So overall, the market does appear weak, especially if we let's just zoom out a bit. Let's just see if we can get the scaling on here correct. Yeah, let's just zoom out a bit. So in light of the most recent selling that we saw from in and around this 1305 region, we did see a series of lower highs. So we had a slightly higher high there, but that was off the 200 period average. So we've had a high up here, had a lower high, and again, the selling off this 400 period moving average, we've put in another lower high as well, which would suggest that prices are poised for a move to the downside. To the downside, we'll be looking at that 1263 that I've just mentioned. Beyond that, we would potentially see prices retrace all the way back down, all the way into the 1250s. We'll have to see how prices react there, but definitely this 1263, we did see a lot of buying momentum come into the market. So let's just have a look at the weekly time frame, and let's just see where we are on the weekly time frame. Actually, before we go down to the weekly time frame, let's just have a look at the levels if we do see a counter move. Now, if we do see a counter move, before we head up to the weekly time frame, if we do see a counter move of prices, we'll definitely be looking to see how we react in and around this region here, where we have got the 400 period average and the 1274 level, beyond which we'll be looking for this 200 period average, as it has proved to be resistance on 2 occasions now more recently. So we'll have to see how prices react in and around the 200 period average, which will likely be down, be pretty close to that 1284 as well. So we might have the two moving average converge in around at 1274. So we might have the 200, 400 and the 1284 in a pretty tight zone by the time price get up there. That would be a very strong level. So unless there's a fundamental catalyst for a breakout, we'll likely see prices reverse again. Now, if we do successfully navigate the 200, 400 and the 1284 level, the very next level we'll be looking at is where we saw the sell-off previously in around this 1290 region. Beyond that, we'll be looking at this 1296. Can't anticipate prices getting up to 1296, but we definitely have to keep an eye on it, as a fundamental catalyst may change the overall trend. Now, if we do have a look at the weekly time frame, on the weekly time frame, if we look in the most recent past, we can see it's pretty clear. So we came up to this 400 period average in and around this 1257. We've seen the sell-off, pretty strong sell-off, candles closing near their lows. We did find support in and around that 1263, as indicated there, and with the wick on the bearish candle. We had a strong continuation pattern, strong move up to this 1305, which was a major level, marked out here in black, and we saw an equally strong sell-off. So the sell-off we do seem to have at present this week a continuation of that sell-off. The candle is pretty small in size at present, but we do look poised for a move all the way down to this 1263, especially in light of this being a high, and this could be interpreted in around this 1305 as potentially being a lower high due to the fact that we've had a strong bearish candle negating the previous bullish move. So that's what we'd expect. But overall, on the weekly time frame, it is a mixed bag because we've had our lows here, higher lows as well. But negating that, we've got our highs up here, and we've got a lower high there as well. So we do have I think it's called a bit of a wedge at the moment, forming at prices. Prices are contracting, so we'll either see a breakout to the downside, possibly going down into this 112.14, or we'll break to retest this 13.75, beyond which we're looking at that 114 level. But that's over the the medium to long term. Now, if we do have a look at the daily chart, just quickly, let's see where we are. So on this daily chart, we can see here that we have put in what would appear to be a lower high. So on this daily chart, we've got our highs up here in around 13.57. We've had a bit of a pullback, and we'd interpret this as being a lower high off this 13.05 level. We do seem to have we've had a bit of a mixed bag at present, but overall you can see the bearish candles are closing near their lows. We've had strong moves to the downside, even this candle which closed bullish, a bit of a pin bar. We do see it was negated by the very next candle here on the 24th, which closed pretty much close to its lows, indicating some strong selling momentum. So we'll definitely be looking around that 1263 level. We've also got this 400 period moving average and 200 period moving average coming pretty close to this 1263 level, sorry, not 1273, 1263. So we do have the 400 period moving average currently sitting at let's just see, 1262, and we've got the 200 period average sitting at 1258. So in and around this zone here, we do seem to have the dynamic levels of support, the 200 and 400 period average, as well as this major level of 1263. So we might see a bounce off that level, the combination of the dynamic support as well as the horizontal support, below which we will definitely be looking at this 1214 all the way back down here. 1214, as you can see, did provide some support previously. So yep, that should wrap up the XAUUSD analysis. So before I go, LCS, like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching.